Hello, this is Rachel with the Otago Prattville Public Library. I did a workshop in mid-February, somewhere around there, at the library about organizing your mind, spring cleaning your brain, that sort of thing. It was a lot about different planning and organizational tools you can use to add or create structure in your life, and things that you can do to help get your priorities straight, get your tasks on track, and all sorts of good things like that. So today I figured I would hop on to your screen for a little bit to show you guys a little bit more in depth what I like to do with paper planning. Paper planning in particular, and organizing and making to-do lists and things like that, is one of my hobbies, honestly. It brings me great comfort, and I feel that there are many benefits to it. One is, of course, the intended benefit, which is that you get organized. You have a list of what it is that you need to do and when it needs to be done, different things like that. So there's definitely the very practical reasons. But then there's also things like the fact that when you write something down, it kind of reinforces that idea or concept in your brain. It gets your brain thinking and working around the topic or task that you are thinking about, just by writing it down. If you brainstorm while you exercise, it's a similar thing. Just engaging your body in the planning process helps to kind of add another layer of memory to whatever it is that you're trying to remember, you're trying to work towards. And it helps cement ideas in your brain and get you a little bit further mentally with whatever it is you're trying to do, as opposed to just doing it all straight in your head. So when you write it down, you've got your physical copy, which for practical reasons is good. It helps you cognitively, like I just kind of explained. I'm not, I got my undergrad in psychology, but I'm not a psychologist. I'm a librarian. So feel free to do your own research on the cognitive benefits of writing things down. But I know that there are studies that show that taking notes with pens and paper have better retention effects on students, for example, than typing things in your laptop, in most cases, or than just sitting and listening to a lecture. So this is kind of the same concept. We want to reinforce these ideas and help the brainstorming, planning, and implementation process of these tasks and activities that we're setting out to do in order to do them most effectively. Another reason why I'm hopping on and doing this video now is because this is a time when I personally feel that I don't have a lot of structure, and regardless of what's going on in my life, if I'm super busy, if I get overwhelmed, structure helps me to organize my thoughts and create an action plan and help me feel like I'm more in control. If there's not a lot going on, I usually do the same thing. I like to add structure to my life to maintain a sense of purpose almost, but also just to keep any momentum that I have had going and stuff like that. So with this virus, we really want to be mindful of flattening the curve, and I'm not about to go out to the library and open up a workshop for a bunch of people right now on organizing things, but I can do this online for you all. And I would love to hear your tips and tricks. If you have your own ideas or methods or reasons for planning or organizing, I'd love to hear them. But what I'm going to focus on for planning today is kind of a holistic health way to add structure to your life during uncertain times. So let me get adjusted here. Planning brings structure. Structure is great, especially for mental health. Mental health is the first area that I want to mention because I know that this is a very stressful time for a lot of people. And regardless of if you have ongoing mental health issues or not, stress is a big deal. It's something everyone goes through and everyone deals with and everyone handles differently. So being able to process that stress and being able to adjust to changes in routines and build that structure is a really helpful tool. So one of the things, if you do have mental illness or you're on medication or anything like that, you can absolutely plan out when to take your medication, when to do other steps, rituals, or work to help you achieve your optimal mental health. For me, medication and planning, those are my two big mental health things that I need to keep on my agenda. So yes, I plan out when I'm going to do my planning, and that is really helpful for me, honestly. It keeps me accountable. If I don't need to do it, I might not do it. I can always diverge from whatever plan I've written down, but knowing that it's written down and knowing that I thought about what I needed to do, what order I should do it in, what's most important, what's most urgent, things like that, brings me a peace of mind. So it might help for you as well. The second area of holistic health and well-being that I want to look at is physical health. You can use paper planning to find ways to document your nutrition and your movement, other physical activity. It's a great way to track if you are ill at this time. You can track your symptoms, track whatever treatments you're doing and see how they're working. If you find that taking a nap really helps you, but drinking coffee makes your symptoms worse, you can absolutely write that down as a reminder for later that, hey, next time I've got a nasty cold like this, I need to stay away from the coffee. The third area we'll be looking at is emotional and social health. I believe very firmly in community health and in being able to engage with others in meaningful ways in order to get to know yourself better, get to know others better, and just have fun. Like, we all need fun sometimes, and we all need friends. So be sure you are looking into ways to make social health a priority during this time, despite social distancing being the thing to do. I'm not saying don't do social distancing, but I am saying you can find alternatives. You can chat with folks online. You can give someone a call. If you know of someone who needs help with something, see if there's a way that you can help them. There's all sorts of ways to engage with people that don't require or threaten to spread this virus. And then finally, our fourth category that I'm going to talk about today, at least for planning for holistic health, is spiritual and personal development. So if you have a spiritual or religious path that you're on, this is a good time to be sure you incorporate that into your routine as much or maybe even more as you were before your routine was disrupted. It can be a wonderful thing to be able to fall back on what it is that you believe in. If you don't have specific religious or spiritual beliefs, that's okay. Think about the things that you do believe in. Think about the values that are important to you. Spend some time investing in yourself as a person and working on ways that you can develop and ways that you have developed too.